This was a torture method used only by the Germans. The deserter was shackled by the feet, with the other end of the shackle nailed into a rock. His teammates left him with only a few bullets and a small amount of food. They ordered him to stay and stop Soviet soldiers. As soon as his teammates left, the soldier picked up his sniper rifle and started loading bullets. But by the time he aimed, his teammates had already vanished into the forest. Now, his top priority was to get that shackle off. In a panic, he raised his sniper rifle and fired at the chain. A loud blast. The sharp pain made him scream. The chain was too thick. He couldn't break it. He had to figure out another way. He rummaged through his backpack and found a pair of glasses. An idea sparked in his mind. Carefully, he removed the lenses with a small knife, pressed them together, then snapped off a piece of pine branch and scraped the pine resin with his knife. He chewed the resin until it softened, then applied it around the edge of the lenses. He inserted another piece of pine branch and poured water into the gap between the lenses. He had fashioned a makeshift magnifying lens. Next, he placed some moss on the iron nail and focused sunlight onto it with the lens. Soon, the moss caught fire. The soldier quickly gathered dry branches to make the fire burn hotter. Once the branches burned out, he poured cold water onto the stone. The sudden change in temperature made the rock crack loudly. He tried to pull out the nail, but it wasn't enough. Still, he didn't give up. He repeated the process over and over. The nail slowly became more exposed. Before long, a large hole had formed in the rock. Just a few more attempts, and he could pull the nail out. By noon, the soldier was squatting next to the stone, eating canned food. Suddenly, he heard an engine in the distance. He grabbed his sniper rifle to check. A Soviet military truck was passing by. Luckily, they didn't see him. He knew he had to move fast. But things were worse than they seemed. He was running out of branches. If he didn't escape soon, even if the Soviets didn't find him, he could freeze to death in this cold winter. To make matters worse, his food was nearly gone, and the water in his iron bucket was down to the last cup. This was his last shot. He poured the water onto the rock, quickly grabbed his tools, and pried at the cracked stone. The nail still wouldn't budge. He emptied all his bullets and collected the gunpowder in a metal can. He poured the powder into the hole, covered it with a rock, tossed in the burning moss, and hid behind a larger stone. Suddenly, the gunpowder exploded, sending white smoke into the air. He rushed up to check, but the nail still wouldn't move. Frustrated, he kicked it twice. Still nothing. Then he hooked his gun strap onto a distant rock, grabbed the rock with both hands, and smashed it against the nail. From dawn to dusk, he kept hitting it. His hands were blistered and raw. Finally, he tried again. The nail began to loosen. With one strong pull, he yanked it out. He was finally free.